started losing my hair when I was 25. My first thought was, shit, I need to start working out. But I'm 5'10", which is exactly borderline, right? So my second thought was, what? Nah, that's a short guy thinking. I'm 35 now, and I'm single, and one of the things that comes up a lot is if I want to have kids. I'm not sure if I want to have kids, but I'm pretty sure that I don't want to have a Girl Scout. Has anyone else been harassed by these people lately?
Yes.
Yeah, right? I was at Golden Gate Park, minding my business, doing drugs with my friends, right? This little girl walks up to me, she says, "Hi, my name's Kendall. Do you want to buy some Girl Scout cookies? Or are you a bad person?" Which is the cutest way that I have ever been blackmailed. I was like, aw, she must be working on her emotional manipulation merit badge. Her dad was like 15 feet behind her, and I shot him a look with my eyes that said, "What the fuck, man?" He shot me back a look with his eyes that said, "She's mean to me too." So I decided right then and there to teach that little girl a lesson. I was like, did you know that Girl Scout cookies are made with palm oil, the manufacturing of which leads to deforestation in Indonesia and the loss of habitat for the critically endangered orangutan monkey? Who's the bad person now, bitch? I didn't call a 9-year-old girl a bitch, okay? I did buy 6 boxes of Thin Mint cookies. I think it's bullshit that when little girls in our society are like, I want to catch butterflies and make friends. We're like, well, first you gotta get better at sales, Kendall. Nobody's going to the jamboree unless you hit your Samoa quota. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry. Just remember ABC, always be closing. My coworkers get 8 weeks off when they have a kid, and I think that's great. But I'm a single person. There are important things happening in my life, and I feel slightly disrespected that I didn't get 8 weeks off when I got my PlayStation 5. The most important thing in my life also took 9 months to arrive. I barely slept the first year, and it killed my sex drive. And by the end of that first year, I wasn't talking to any of my friends that didn't have one, okay? Some people don't like that joke. They're like, kid and PlayStation's not the same thing. And so I agree. You know, maybe it shouldn't be 8 weeks. Maybe it should be 9 or 10. PlayStation is way better for the environment. You guys, I don't know what it's like to be a woman. Obviously, I'm talking about like women's issues and stuff like that. But I do know what it's like to get a mammogram. Yeah. The only person who wouldn't have been surprised by that was my 5th grade bully, Dylan Stone, who diagnosed me with bitch tits. They were also pretty surprised when I walked into the Carol Ann Bates Breast Center at 8 a.m. So much so that the nurse misgendered me right away. And the nurse in the waiting room, she was like, "Mrs. Barney?" And I stood up and I was like, "That's my mother! You can call me Richard!" She apologized right away, which is exactly what you're supposed to do when you misgender somebody. And then the next thing she did is something you should never do when you misgender someone. She asked me to go into another room, asked me to remove my shirt, and she put pink stickers on my nipples. If you've never gotten a mammogram, the way that a mammogram machine works is like an x-ray machine, right? That grabs you by the titties, okay? Like, it grabs you by the titties. And originally I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough to grab onto, and that was quickly replaced by the horror of knowing that it had plenty. The mammogram technician asked me while it was going on, she goes, "Is it weird getting a mammogram as a man?" Yeah, and I thought about that under the fluorescent glow of the lighting, while my titties were getting pancaked by a $30,000 medical grade nipple clamp, by an x-ray technician / humiliation dominatrix. And I thought to myself, you know what, I think the weirdness of this situation transcends the gender binary. And what I said was, "Yup!" I got my results right away, and thankfully nothing was wrong. Apparently I was just being a little bitch, so. You guys, anybody here work remote? Anybody a remote worker? Definitely a couple of people. Everyone's like not sure. Yeah, figure it out, okay? Like, figure it out. I work from home where I'm safe from anything interesting ever happening, right? Every morning I have 1 cup of coffee to feel alert, and then I have another cup of coffee to feel absolutely insane. Then I take a shit with the door open, specifically the front door. Wave to the neighbors, salute the Amazon Prime delivery guy. That motherfucker is a hero and the closest thing that I have to a work friend. Technically, I don't work in tech. I work for Disney. I'm a data scientist for them, and what that means is I use machine learning and like artificial intelligence and big data to make your kids gay. I'm the one doing the math. It's like if we give them an asymmetrical haircut, that gets a 15% chance that Chad is gay. I get a bonus if I make Tucker Carlson's head explode. Guys, obviously that's ridiculous. Like Disney isn't making your kids gay. TikTok is. That's TikTok, you guys. Is TikTok making you gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. It's fine. We're all gay. Anyways, I don't know. So let's do another joke. I went on a first date last week, and things were pretty good, right? We went back to my place, started making out on the couch. That's step one. Step two, I like to say something sexy to set the mood, you know, like, Hey Alexa! Put on sex playlist! And then Alexa will play Wagon Wheel. Surprises aren't good in the bedroom, so I'm right up front with you. I'm like, hey, please don't freak out, but I'm pretty sure that I have pistachio shells in my sheets. Probably more than you're used to. Thankfully, the bar for straight men's low enough. A lot of women are just excited to be fucking a guy who has bed sheets. If you have a bed frame, she'll brag to her friends. She'll be like, I think he works on tag. You guys, I was in a long-distance relationship. I was living in Oakland, and she was living in Berkeley. And after that, she moved to New York City. Shortly after that, she sent me a text message. She said, hey, not going to make FaceTime tonight. I'm going to the Knicks game with Amir. Yeah, we were pretty into role play, so I pretended to be a secure person. Sent her a message back. I was like, cool, have fun! Immediately broke character. I was like, how do you know Amir? She sent me a message back. She goes, he's in a band. Have you heard of The Roots? Yeah, a couple other people here have heard of 3-time Grammy Award-winning band The Roots. I had also heard of The Roots, but I had not heard of Amir the Root. So I Googled, is Amir the Root fucking my girlfriend? And Google suggested a more popular search. It was like, did you mean, is Questlove fucking my girlfriend? Turns out that is a way more popular search. So yeah, I am single now, and I do not listen to music. I'm a 100% podcast guy. And if my next girlfriend leaves me for, I don't know, fucking Ira Glass, I do not know what I will listen to, you guys. Just soundscapes of the Mendocino coast. Track 7, big waves crash on Rock Beach. You guys, I was, during the pandemic, I got pretty depressed, working from home all the time, right? And I remember, especially downtime for me, was after January 6th, right? I was in a new session, a new therapist, and I was spiraling out about the disintegration of democracy in America and how it makes me feel hopeless about the future. He said to me, he said, don't you think that it's possible that people were able to find happiness, even living in Nazi Germany? Yeah, I thought about that. And I was like, yeah, those people were called the Nazis. I bet they're having an uber good time here. Even the most depressed Nazis probably writing shit in his gratitude journal like, actually, things have been going pretty good for the Masters. I think the thing he was trying to say is that we shouldn't let our circumstances dictate our happiness, right? But what it sounded like he was saying was, instead of being a sad boy, have you thought about becoming a proud boy? If you guys are wondering, yes, this is the quality of therapy covered by my health insurance. They really put the Kaiser in Kaiser Permanente. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me, you guys. Thank you so much.
Let's party one more time, everybody.